Okay, one thing. I wanted to talk about something that I was told last night, and it was interesting. One of the guys that I had a crush on, that after he left from talking to me, everybody turned and looked at me and said, "What's wrong with you?" And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" They're like, "He was hitting on you." I said, "He was not. He was being nice." No, apparently he was actually flirting with me. And I told him the story, and he just starts laughing. He said, "No, I was flirting with you." And I said, "I'm so sorry if I made you feel like I wasn't interested." He says, "That's okay. He's now dating somebody, of course." And he told me that for him, being 20, mid 20s, um, me as mid 50s is the prime of my life. This is a great place to be. And I'm like, "Well, thank you. I'll take your word for it. I know how I feel. I know how this all goes." And one of the things he said to me was, sorry, got something itchy. One of the things he said to me though was, "You're not like you are on your social media." And I'm like, "How do you mean?" He says, "You are a lot calmer and a lot less like that." And I said, "Yeah, I can see that. I am a very like chill person. When I get animated, I get animated. But most of the time, I'm not animated. Most of the time, I'm just like level." I saw somebody I've been talking to on and off on an app, and I said, "Oh, I think I saw you last night." And he says, "Yeah, that was me." I said, "Oh." He says, "Yeah, I saw you. You were really hot." I said, "Oh, thank you. So were you." And then I come to find out it was his birthday weekend. So I was like, "Oh, okay, that's cool." Um, Not much I can do with that. Oh my god, this is gonna bug me. I might just have to put on some lotion or something. And then there was another guy that I saw that I'm like, I know him from somewhere. I did. There was just like a lot of like weird little tidbits. Oh, jeez. Oh, and so, sorry. There was a lot of like uh, me seeing people or me just. It did not work. Last night did not work. And it didn't work not because I wasn't trying. It didn't work because, I don't know, I tried to be myself. And I stood there. Oh, I have another thing for you though, but I stood there and I just was myself. So once upon a time, in a land far, far away called Louisville, there was a bar called Chill. And it is right down the street from my favorite bar, which is Big Bar. But Chill was a nice place to go if you knew people. Because if you didn't know people, you were going to stand there and look stupid. And I went there not knowing anybody and sat down and just kind of like got on my phone and just chilled. Hence the name. And I wound up just going home because I didn't know what the hell to do or whatnot. But so I'm sitting there and I'm waiting for, I don't know, somebody to try to talk to me. And this guy came in and he was like really smooth. Like you could tell he thought he was the shit. And he came in and he sat down and he looks around and he puts his feet up on the chair next to him, brings out his phone and starts going through it and then starts laughing and looking around and then going back and checking stuff out and looking up at somebody and then laughing and going back to it. And I sat there like, "You are an asshole, an arrogant asshole. Cute, but an arrogant asshole." And then I realized I do that same exact thing, except I'm not laughing and looking at people. I'm on my phone playing because it makes me happy. It keeps me occupied and it keeps me from doing or saying things that are stupid. So I now realize where he was coming from, which is probably the same place I come from, which is I feel like if I don't know people and it's rough to walk up and talk to total strangers, then what's the point, you know? So, anyway, we're gonna see if I go out tonight. I am starting to watch my battery just plop. So, But I wanted to share all that. I love you guys.